thank you for being here with me. And I just wanted to offer this came up as an idea for me, and ideally it was going to be started at 9:21 was the idea because it's the 21st of September, but we'll still go for about 21 minutes just to keep in that theme as well. And the idea just is to uh, do a very simple gratitude practice with you. I've been very inspired doing my meditations with Kelly Boys, and I'll have my lovely assistant for whom I have Yash that I have lots of gratitude for. Put that in the show notes so you can learn more about Kelly Boys. But she does a lovely series of practices that includes meditation and mindfulness and some movement and journaling, and that really is that's all the things that encompass for me in terms of gratitude. And my idea with this is that for the next 9 days, so for each letter that is in gratitude, I'm going to offer this practice for you. I'm going to challenge myself. I'm not sure if it'll always be able to be at 9:21 or thereabouts, but I'll do my best in terms of what I can offer. And just to I'm just going to move into an acknowledgement first, and that's where I live, work, and play is on the Keycote, on the unceded. Uh, okay, so I have forgotten I don't have it in front of me. Unceded lands of the Keycote First Nations. So I apologise for fumbling that. Anyway, so my idea is to offer you, in a very vulnerable way, a gratitude practice, and just to say thank you to you as my clients and audience, however you are following me, and also my family, friends, and peers, and offering some meaningful practices with me just to help you cultivate gratitude. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Rachel Newton. I'm an integrated career coach and started my own practice called Life Career Studio in 2011. And I have a lot to be grateful for in over a decade of working together. And so today we're going to just start off with a simple breathing and movement practice that is based on one of my Qigong practices, a very simple one. It's not going to be difficult. And then I would like to take you into a journaling prompt to help you cultivate gratitude. And or maybe you already have a gratitude practice and you can deepen that. That would be my wish for you. And then in addition to that, then to do a meditation and just a gentle meditation, seeing what comes up. And then we will wind down and at the end of that until tomorrow, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. We'll see what will emerge from the next 9 days. So without further ado, I'm going to invite you just to do three in the Qigong practice that I do. It's called pulling down the heavens. And so we're going to do three pulling down the heavens. And whether you're sitting or standing, you can be doing this if you're standing. If you're about hips width apart, and then have your feet flat on the ground, whether you're sitting or standing, or perhaps you're cross-legged, and don't worry about your feet being flat on the ground, or if you're lying down, just in whatever resting pose that is. And if you're lying down, you can just do this above you for the simple movement. So my hands are, I just realized my camera's not set up there, but my hands are just below around my belly, and then I'm just going to be raising my arms and calling in the energy of the earth, and then up and bringing in the heavenly energy. And we're going to have your hands come down, and imagining you washing down gratitude down through the front of your body, and then bringing up the beautiful Gaia energy from the earth the second time and lifting, and then bringing that down. The hands are in front of the body, but imagining that beautiful gratitude energy washing down the back of your body, through the back of your neck, down your spine, the back of your legs, and into the earth. And then finally, on an in breath, as we're raising our hands, but don't worry too much about your breath, and then raising your arms and bringing in that gratitude energy from the skies, from the heavens, from the planets, and imagining that energy coming through your crown, the top of your head, and going through all of your inner organs, from your brain down your internal organs, your heart, lungs, kidneys, liver, small and large intestine, reproductive organs, and all your muscles, tendons, and all the tissues and the cells in your body, and then going all the way down your legs to the bottoms of your feet and the soles of your feet, where it's touching into and connecting with the earth. And so just feeling that energy of gratitude washing down through you. And I'll just take a moment here and take a pause. You can soften your gaze or close your eyes, and just inviting you to just bring attention to your breath very gently, not needing to change it, but just bringing that in and breathing in and out at your own pace. And when you're ready to, I invite you to take 3 deeper breaths in your own way, in your own rhythm. And we're going to transition now to the next part of our time together for our gratitude practice. And I am going to invite you to have something to write on. So I have my journal here, so I'm going to do this prompt with you. So whether it's a journal or a piece of paper, and ideally if it is something analog like paper and pen, but if it ends up being something digital, or you may just want to reflect without writing anything down. So whatever practice feels appropriate for you, and for sorry, I was just moving my keyboard out of the way there. So whatever that practice is that feels like it would be helpful and nurturing for you. And the journaling prompt for this gratitude, this happy gratitude day, would be that I just want to offer you, just as I consider gratitude then. So whatever comes after that. So as I consider gratitude then. And we'll just do this for a couple of minutes. So I'll time you and I will do it along with you. But just whatever comes up after, as I consider gratitude then, and it could be thoughts, it could be feelings, it could be sensations in your body. It might not even feel like it's related to that, but just what comes up for you as I consider gratitude then. So I'll just give you a minute while I write something down too. And even if it is a blank space, you could write that down of just when I consider gratitude, there's a blankness, or maybe there's spaciousness. Just noticing what comes up. And so as we finish up there, you're welcome to go back to that later, but I'll invite you to put that aside for now and just tuning in to what's happening for you now. And I'm going to lead us into a short meditation practice just as we're finishing up. And the reason that I'm offering this just before I get to the meditation practice is to offer you some ideas in terms of what you may be able to do to help cultivate your gratitude in your life. And the more that you can be able to cultivate that gratitude and be able to offer it outwards and then inwards toward yourself, my hope is that you will discover the spaciousness that that can offer you, the grace, the self-compassion that that can offer you as well. And I will also have my lovely assistant, Yash, again, for whom I'm very grateful, to be able to put in the notes, in the show notes, about a link to some of the science around gratitude practices and how that can help you in terms of your mental health, in terms of your capacity, and helping regulate your nervous system so you can be more calm as well in the face of any challenges and anything that might be coming up in terms of obstacles, and to be able to find a way to move through those, taking less energy, and that can help you ultimately be able to have the life and the career that you want to, that you can be truly grateful for. So, with that in mind, I'll just invite you, wherever you are, if it's available for you, to lower your gaze or close your eyes and just bringing attention to your breath once again, putting aside the words, the information that you've heard so far, and just inviting you to bring awareness to your breath, again, without changing it. Just noticing your breath and using that noticing of the in and the out breath to help ground you, to help you feel present and in this moment. And even if it is just for a nanosecond of a moment, it's still noticing. And with your eyes lowered or even closed, if that's available for you, just noticing where you are feeling the essence of gratitude. And that could be a feeling in your body, that could be an emotion, it could be an idea. And as you become aware of that, I'll invite you on the next in breath to breathe in gratitude However you experience and receive gratitude, it may be a thank you from someone who is special to you, acknowledgement from a stranger, a peer, a co-worker, someone in your family. However you experience and receive gratitude, or maybe from yourself, being grateful for being here. And to breathe that in and holding that gratitude on as you breathe in, and then on each out breath, releasing anything that doesn't serve you, that might feel, perhaps it feels like a judgment, or it feels that might cause you anxiety, or there's some contraction. And so on each in-breath, breathing in gratitude, whatever that means to you, however you experience it, and each out-breath, releasing anything that doesn't serve you in terms of you feeling a sense of appreciation, a sense of grace and self-compassion. And if there's any other thoughts coming up or ideas, any busyness of the day, just acknowledging that as well, and maybe inviting that to step aside for a moment, putting it aside, putting it on a shelf mentally. Just allowing yourself to receive this quiet time of your in-breath, breathing in gratitude, and the out-breath, releasing anything that does not serve, anything that may get in the way of you having gratitude towards others, towards your environment, your surroundings, towards yourself. In a moment, I'll invite you to release that experience of breathing in gratitude and breathing out and letting go of anything not serving you. And take 3 deeper breaths now, feeling them all the way into your belly in your own way. And as you finish up those 3 deeper breaths, I'll invite you to start gently moving your head, moving your body, just becoming more aware of coming back into the room. Just having a greater awareness of your surroundings, feeling you, feeling your breath. And then if you haven't already, to very gently and softly open your eyes and come back to the room. And as we close the session here, as we're coming up to 21 minutes, I would offer for you to consider 3 places that you could express gratitude today. Even if you could be writing it down, you could be saying it to someone, you could be saying it to yourself. What those 3 areas of gratitude for you would be for today. And if it feels like it would be helpful for you, you're welcome to pop that in the comments or send me a message if it's over social media or even an email, and let me know what those might be for you. And perhaps depending on where this ends up going as this gratitude experiment over the next 9 days, we might do something with that information as it becomes available to us. So I hope that you have enjoyed our spontaneous time together today, whether you're here live, whether you're watching the recording, and I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. And as I said, I am going to try very hard to have it around 9:21 again, and I'll have to see if I can move a meeting around. Otherwise, I might do it earlier or later, and I'll keep you on your toes looking out for the email about that. But just again, saying thank you to everyone for being in my life, for enabling me to be here, to all the people in my life, and to my dear clients who make this possible for me. Thank you, everyone, and have a very wonderful and happy Gratitude Day. Take care.